Hey, so today is first day of my grad classes, but I decided to, um, since it's a light day and only had to read the syllabus and get some of the initial coursework and, dot some I's, cross some T's, I'm like, okay, well, I'll sneak one more day into the cross. So on this game, I had a problem. I did confirm on the forums that a couple structures cannot be dismantled currently. And they're kind of broken. They're not. I guess they're not broken. Um, but I'll explain more when I actually get into the video if it didn't just crash on me. That was weird. Paused. So yeah, because I didn't feel like having to sit through 3 days of just waiting around, I actually just gave myself extra funds for research to get me to the point that I was at before. So, and then I'll just, rebuild off that. I don't like normally doing that, but I also don't have the time to, especially with these classes starting up, to be doing that. I do have to say that the devs are very responsive with the community, though, which is a very good sign. Okay, so the buildings that are broken are the spaceport. So if we go to the research tab, right now you cannot remove two kind of very important objects for mid to late game. One is this item right here. You have to research it though to be able to get to the heavy machinery. And the other thing is the space elevator, and I'm trying to see where that's at. Okay. Why am I not seeing this? It's surely not in the social tab. Okay, well it's here. It's basically a conveyor system of 4 conveyors coming out like a plus sign that goes from the surface all the way down into your cavern area. So it's actually bridging the gap between the two. That way your drones can just deliver. You can conveyor to, ideally, to the lower part of the conveyor system. It gets conveyored up, boom, it's on the surface, and now you can conveyor it into slots that are conveniently placed on the spaceport. The problem is that, well, there's quite a few problems. One is that the conveyor system is wonky as can be, the logic system. And two, if you mess up on placing that, or the elevator, if you want to shift, here it is, this elevator, lift, they call it. I would, lift kind of implies to me, I'm almost thinking like satisfactory, but this, I guess, is technically lifting it from your underground section to your above ground. But yeah, it's broke as me right now. So let's get into the game. So I can tell what I've been doing is just tracking these, and you can basically, I can almost kind of look at this and go, oh, I'm missing probably 2 research contracts. So I gave myself the money to be able to keep these contracts going. So let's just, well, for one, we're gonna unpause the game and go over here. Whoops, no, I want to go to solution, science points. And oh, it was just 1 off each.
Research complete.
There we go. Okay. Assistant or whatever. So basically what I'm focusing on here before I really start diving into the base is I want to get some end game or mid game infrastructure where I was at, not end game. So I kind of want to just get to that because I don't want to deal with that. I know I had stopped here on solar panels. I know I had not picked up that. So I kind of want to leave off where I was at. I wish they almost had like a dev console for us to use so that we could do this, but I can go off this off memory. I don't think I had the mod. Yeah, I did have a module terminal factory. And I did have this because I picked up these 2. And I did have that. I did have like level 2 conveyors. I did not have that. And I think I have the assembler. Maybe not. I won't go that much further on this though. And then I'm just gonna start building my base up. So right now I'm just trying to, you know, rush my way along. See what my little guy's doing. Got a lot of, ooh, there's another question mark that just popped up. And go on, buddy. Pause game for a second and reset him to technically I did have a truck too, so should probably just get everything set up the way I had it. I was thinking about building my materials up, so right now I'm up working with level 2 conveyors. They have that yellow kind of look to them, although that can go away. It's meant to be only some things. It's meant to only be when you're in the conveyor system menu to kind of give you an idea as to where you're at, right? Oh, I have some miners. All right. But the moment I click here and then click off, see how it took that coloring away? So there's a couple little kinks here and there. It's literally alpha. It's not even beta yet. So they're still implementing and testing features, right? Which is, it's very close to beta. I mean, arguably, you could even say they could pull the trigger and say it's beta, in my opinion, but they're not. I can tell you hands down that this will be a phenomenal game. You can tell from the writing, you know, it's a Russian company, and so, you know, sometimes the translation is lost in some of the things, you know, you just don't have that localization done yet. But and I was joking about this the other day, but it's kind of funny if you look at the tech tree. I was like, what are the localizations has to do with the thermonuclear device area? Always wonderful to see Cyrillic writing on anything labeled in English, thermonuclear, and then you're like, well, I guess I don't know what that means. It blows you, you know. Obviously, it generates large power. We could see that up there, but the Cyrillic and the buttons, I'm like, does that mean like the moon's going to be destroyed or thermonuclear explosions? Or... Obviously not. I'm exaggerating, but man, it's bothering me big time. I had my curl over the other night, and I got all sorts of hair in my eyes right now, so it's always fantastic. So, survive. It's like sandpaper, man. Alright, so we got the cargo dock done. Boom. So, what I'm looking for is oh, and I already screwed up. You can already tell that I'm not paying or up on this. So, if you ever, when you get into the game, it's Crust Solutions that, I don't know if they're helping facilitate, like they're acting as a go-between for you and labs. Probably that's what it is. You know, they're contracting out to labs would make sense. So, you know, the Crust Solutions, or Crust Solutions is the company you represent, so we'll, you know, call it like SpaceX basically, right? And so they would be outsourcing to local science laboratories for X amount of time. That's what these are. They're basically just contracts for X amount of time for this much cash. It wouldn't make sense for your own company to be charging you for research for such a key endeavor as, you know, it sounds like there's a little bit of a narrative that's shaping up too. So there's going to be a story mode. I'm in sandbox mode right now, but even in the sandbox, you're kind of picking up the remnants or the beginnings of the or hints as to the story, and it seems like two things are happening. One, some sort of event happened on the moon and it caused everybody to ditch except for you, or you, basically a better way to probably put it is you came here And I'm thinking, no, this is my assumption, it's got to do with these little guys here, right? These drones. So I think a lot of these bases were manned, mainly manned. And then your company came out with some revolutionary sort of drone or something like that. That's just a guess, right? So your company came out with some sort of drone, and then so you basically, it's where the game starts off. You know, you're coming back, and that's why there's all these anomaly and signals and crazy things on the planet, because you have remnants of infrastructure that was built that is basically screwed, right? Like here, anytime it's a plus sign, you can just, you know, yeah, you can pick resources up there. Sometimes you might have to have an engineer go along for the ride. If it's a negative sign, it means you need to deliver these products, and you usually get research as a reward for that. So yeah, but the gold ones are important. Think of them as like rare or ultra rares, or something to do with your company, I think. And I do believe that these will disappear over time. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's keep going. So I like to try to make sure that all three types of tech are feeding into something. So basically scrolling up right now. It's got I'm not even like clicking on that. Like just TVs. Okay, so that's weird. That should have points being dumped into it. Because okay, what is going on? Do I have to refresh that page? This is really odd. So usually with only blue going into that, or fundamental science, this has still a engineering and social. So since those are ticked off on the top one, it should flow down and look for the next thing. That's why this has techno and or engineering points and social points put into it. It's just waiting for the fundamental science part of it. This one has all three too, so I don't know what's going on here. Not another bug. But if it is, oh, probably because I have my game paused. There we go. Now it's feeding in. Ah, yeah. Have some more of this caffeine. I could already tell you that I'm gonna have lots of brownouts. Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna have lots of brownouts. I don't have the infrastructure to maintain these multi-regolith power infrastructure. Deal with those. So, how about stop being an idiot? See, and something I pointed out in previous videos is that each of these output 50 megawatts. So once it's nighttime and you kick over to batteries, the basic ones only kick out 10, which is the suck. That's why you want to push your way towards the large batteries as quick as you can, because that's 5 times the output.
Research complete.
So not only does it store a lot more power, is it 5 times? Yeah, so it's 5 times more efficient than the normal battery. And you need that, otherwise, you know, I mean, it would take 5 1x2 squares versus, I don't know, what's the footprint on these? 2? 3 by whatever, 5. 3 by 5 versus 2 by 3. It still works out. Damn, I really should have like paused the game. I'd like to do my building in the nighttime so I can reap the full benefits, you know, if I can. I'll try to time it as close to break of day on the map here. So if I would have been looking for this crater. That's how I've been doing it. Like basically around that crater, I know that if I have the resources and my drones are not all tied up, I can get like 1 or 2 batteries added and say like, I'll build, I don't know, we'll say the ratio I've kind of been going with and testing has been like 1 large battery or 2 large batteries to 3 solar, medium solar panels. I haven't even messed with the large ones yet because, you know, they're ridiculous. I haven't even built this thing because it's utterly retarded. I mean, it doesn't take any maintenance at all. which is really, really cool. Here's the super janky part. It outputs a whopping 16 power. Now, this can be upgraded, but to consider its cost, like, I mean, it takes a lot of, some of that's end game stuff, like the processors and the whatever Durasteel or whatever that thing is next to the iron 8 something or others. All that's pretty advanced machinery for such a craptastic output, you know. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. So, but I'm gonna have to build something. So even if it's not efficient today, it'll have to be efficient the next day. So let's go ahead and get that built out. So start, rotate, shift, place, this, and then I'm just gonna do all the math out on my own here in a second. So let's get to the second row batteries. Place. Okay, that should at least, I think this kind of, you know what? Let's go for gold. Place. Okay. And then I'll do final one to kind of square this all off, make it look nicer, and then I'll build like do these right here. Okay, so now I got a little rewiring to do on top of the, I'm gonna have to call in resources, so I'll have to definitely buy resources for this. So I gotta cut that line. Cut these lines. Explain why in a minute. Fire these up. Chain sort of way. I believe these take parts to maintain. Let's see. Well, they take silicon, and I think these take iron. Okay, so this is a nice setup too. The maintenance on it's not that bad. Okay, so I know right off the bat that I have no plates, so each of these is going to be one plate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 of these being built. Each of these takes 2, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, so 14, 25 plates. I'm just gonna order them separately, I just don't care. So just go over here, market, I'm gonna buy 25 plates if my math's right. There, and let me take another look. Silicon is being made. Unfortunately, I do not have aluminium being produced yet, so I'm gonna have to make that up. So, or order that. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, so 28 aluminium rods. Sort those. And the rest of this I'll just have to press out. I think the concrete should be fine and the steel I should have, I think I've been working on a stockpile of that, yeah. Yeah, we're good on that, and we're good on that, okay. Okay, we need something to have social points to dump into, so I don't think I'd gotten any, yeah, I did have the carbon thing. Do you remember that? I just want to get back to the point where I was at, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce my credits down. Yeah, and roughly I'm just gonna call it 100,000. So once this is all done, I'll build a little more infrastructure, because obviously I had more infrastructure in this going on, and then although I did splurge with the multi-regolith refineries, I'd always plan on shifting to these anyways, but I just kind of wanted to see how they performed. And yeah. So, and I've changed up my philosophy. So I'm thinking as a married couple and a kid now, right? So you basically have these two have to be married together. So you have no choice. The extractor has to be placed on a van, right? And it looks like I have some miners that are idle. So rather than talking while I've got idle stuff, let me show you what I'm talking about. You go into the mining interface, it'll highlight nodes. Now if a node, like you see the difference, here's a perfect example to show this part. We have an iron node here, right, with its composition breakdown, and we have a titanium node here. Now I can't assign drones. These would be mining drones, so you would assign that would just go over there and manually extract it, right? And the good thing about manual extraction is that you don't have to deal with regolith or slag or whatever. They're just going to pull out straight, you know, whatever the composition is of that vein. They're just going to be pulling it up. So you'll be mainly getting iron, lots of iron, but they will occasionally pull up, let's say, if this was the node, they would occasionally pull up some titanium, silicon, and aluminium. With a really rare chance of water to come up, right? And this titanium node, sometimes it's kind of hard to hit this spot where I had it there for a second. Come on. All right, there we go. So this one is a pretty janky titanium node, if I'm being honest. It's kind of mixed with silicon and iron. But anyway, so you get the idea. I could set up like 4 dudes here to do mining. Or I could set up like 4 guys to do the mining here, or have the put an extractor here. But the moment you place an extractor there, you can't assign miners. The extractor is your miner. So you have your miner output regolith that's pulling up with that composition. So it's not like just regolith, right? It's regolith 15897 or something. You know, if you were to assign it a number, it's specific regolith to this ore deposit, right? So it's something to be really keenly aware of. It's going to come into here, and then this is going to refine it, right? So this, in this case, is a multi-refinery, right? Which needs parts that I do not have. Okay, that's fantastic. So I have to order some parts. Oh no, I do have some parts. Alright. Let's go ahead and let that guy get repaired so you can see what I'm talking about. Should be a priority, yeah. Usually it's a priority for your drones to come over here. Okay. Now if we look at this, we can see that there are stores, and there are 6 outputs. Actually, there's 1 input for the regolith. Then there's 5 outputs on this device. So right now I have the iron output going to a smelter, and then I just decided, like, why waste a lot of room? I don't need to have my the smithy assigned to that vein all next to each other. What I do need to have all next to each other are well, no, technically, now that I think about it, storage should be right near it as well. And then specialty, you know what, I probably am going to revamp this whole thing now that I think about it. See, what I'm trying to get at is, you don't even need your storage to be right here. What you really should have is everything self-contained, and really only have, this is a slag, like basically a big bowl, where the slag is being dumped off. Well, it should be being dumped off. What the hell's going on? Oh, because I have slag coming into it, but then slag's being fed into this smart brick factory, which is or press brick or something like that, smart concrete, whatever. It's using slag and silicon oxide. Now, I don't like the silicon oxide part of it, but I'm more than happy with the it's a way to get rid of slag. So it's basically going into the hopper right now. And the hopper's not even remotely close to filling, so. But what I'm thinking is it would probably just make sense to have the storage everything all right near each other, so it's like a self-contained. Every node would be somewhat self-contained. If you put them close enough to each other, you could have like a small little community here of stuff. But the thing I see as a problem with that is you'd have to have multiple. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Okay. And I'm starting to kind of think this out in my head. So you probably want your primary output to be right near there, because it's always going to have a full amount. But what about these other feeds that are slowly filling? I could have these lines going out to a set of smithies that we'll call dump smithies, where they're like this one combined with this one. And again, we have other byproduct. This one's pushing out silicon oxide, but we have some building up here. So I think what would make sense to me in my head is to keep the smithy near here, the main line, move the storage dedicated to that. No, that doesn't make sense either. Because even if I set a dedicated area for secondary smithies, for the runoff from the we'll call it secondary outputs of the veins, the ore veins, I would want to have storage for them to feed into, and having a big spaghettiville, it's already getting a little bit chaotic, and I only have 3 products here. So I need to streamline this, because eventually then I'm going to have my smart machine complexes, and I absolutely want to have them near where my storage is at. So I probably could do a better job with this storage. I know I could. Maybe if I just pull the trigger and get rid of this general storage. Let's go ahead and build out these storage units, populate this area somewhat, move this out of there, move this. It's valuable real estate in the center that I no longer need because I've mined a lot of this out. Speaking of which, I should probably get my miners a little bit busy, so let's get them busy exposing some more vans. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these a little wider now that I've got kind of a picture as to what I'm gonna be doing. And then I have the shortest path. Another path going like this. I might as well get rid of all this. Something for the miners to do. Oh well. We'll clean it up. And then, let's see. Huh? Titanium node off this way, so. And we do have some precious metals, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig off up here to get to this iron node. I think aluminium would be an issue. I was looking at my population. Let's cut that off so these guys have an easier way of getting at all that. Same with this mouse, let's get rid of that. This maybe could be a hab area for colonists that I bring down. Expand this out because I need more space than that. Should be more than enough, right? What else we got going on here? that's an important node, so I'm gonna wanna cut this off, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight up, put all this out. And my miner should be plenty busy, but I'll still keep looking. Got going on down here. Let's just cut that off. Done. Actually, more room around this H2. Actually, the base will probably be in this area. Space here. Space around this guy. And the miners will be nice and busy for a while. Going on up here, we have no material shortage issues, so these guys just are gonna get they'll get done in time just for the night to come along. That's fantastic. Alright, so now I need to figure out what I'm doing with materials. So I think I'm gonna stage these. I gotta think like that, so I have to think if I'm coming out with a belt and if I was to come out with a belt that way. But I think I've got too much space here, so one way to see a grid is to lay down like an overlay. I can see that, yeah, I basically have 2 extra spaces there. Gotta think if it's worth, yeah it is, it's worth it. I'll just destroy this. Destroy this, move this over, destroy this, move this down, push this over, so I'm going to be staging all my materials around the central area, and then around that will be the wait a minute. Noticing an issue here though. So the conveyor system, man, I wish there was a way to lift these higher. So you had the option of running them on the ceiling or on the floor. It'd be nice. Like the conveyor lift should be a nice like thing that you can do. Like you can drop it down below the floor, or you can put it up on the ceiling. So that way you have 3 levels of every area could be populated with 3 areas of conveyors. It'd get a little bit Spaghettiville, but it's played like Set Satisfactory or any of those type of games. You know what I'm talking about? You just kind of have to do that. This needs to get moved. So that's taking up a resource. I'm just trying to think this out in my head. I don't think I could just any way to get around the spaghetti. And this guy is a little too close to this line, so I don't know what the hell is in there. This one's actually easily fixed. What I could do is just put these lines out and put it like how it should have been. This is the danger with sometimes just going, hey, here, it'll just figure out the shortest way. But it's really not. If you think about it, like it's figuring out the shortest path, but it's not using less resources, right? In some cases it will, some it won't. In this case, it's not doing me any good to have it like that. So actually, let me bring this one down. Probably gonna run right into that freaking light post. Easy, right? So we'll just go ahead and cut that out. Place them like super far away. Air system go from here, and then don't tell me. Yeah, I got a feeling I already know what happened there. Where did it put a? That's weird. Just do it like that. just had to kind of eyeball it. Okay, so now that leaves enough space for me to bring a line out and then drop it right away. Okay, so the brick can't move. This can move. Building these, okay. Tucked away, even though it's kind of a futile effort, considering we're about to have, I think the shadows, yeah, you see the shadows already coming in. Some sort of impending doom thing going on here. Bricks that really kind of held this up. I figured I could have took the 5 miners. You know, I'll do that. I'm gonna assign my miners really fast. Just get this knocked out. Reconvert the 5 miners over just to get this job done. And then convert them back into miners. It's nice that they're modular like that. But now this should get done really fast. Should do this in the first place. Okay, I have to renew these contracts. All of my contracts. Scrubbing it out pretty hard there. Let's look at what I've got on the research tree now. Okay, all 3. I should build a nice little, or this will be a good foundation for me to build off of power structure wise. I guess it's almost gonna work out, jeez. To be fair, that's a lot of solar panels. So. Sure. Oh yeah, everything shut down because power at this one post is out. Which I guess is good in a way because I'm not really depleting any batteries right now. Not that much, only 7 power out shooting, I think. Any of these are daisy chain. Most of that. I noticed that the moment I started seeing all sorts of different power grids, I was like, wait a minute, I should only have one power grid. What's wrong here? Back to miners. Actually, what am I doing? That was my perfect opportunity to get rid of this thing. My power is completely shut down. This isn't making any sense to me. So are these lines not connected to one another?
Research complete.
So I'm gonna basically have to beat a line out. I can't. Oh, that's right, because this line was coming up. I see what is happening. Alright. So I guess I can put these grids all back together by basically for now I'll just build off this one. Research complete. Still got research assignments up. See everything light up, yeah. That should lead all the way around, yeah. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I want to. This is not configured, so let's go ahead and demo that. Demo that. That. And I think I'm gonna... Pretty sure I'm gonna demo this too. No. Demo this. Fire sale. Okay, let's get our... Put these guys way off over here because the reconfiguration thing shouldn't matter. So let's go ahead and put the hell over here. Yeah, that's... Just thinking I might have other smithies coming off this, but that'll be fine. For this bad boy. And we're gonna need charging station. That I'm gonna place a little bit more centralized. Station there. That's good for now. I could build another one on the other side of it if I need to. But just knows that's crooked now. Alright, now I can convert 5 guys over to mining. And now here I need to start setting it up. So I have an iron input that I need to do. So I have at least 2 inputs put up right now. Should probably just knock them all out, but alright. So I want 1, probably 2 squares, maybe. I don't think that would work out. Oh, was that how it was before? I want to figure at least 1 space for both of them, so yeah, I guess 2. 2. Let's add a little bit. Start visualizing also. And we'll set this silicon. This one. Actually, make this easier on ourselves. Let's go. This one as iron. This one can be silicon. That way. This to be silicon anymore. I can actually probably the next resource I'll be placing in here. Your components will be good. We need components. And then yeah, we just need for those to get built. Contracts. Alright, so now I want to do the configuration, say allow bringing resources so they can pick stuff up off the floor. set this one for crust plates. Yeah. Titanium plates will be next.
Research complete.
Got a slug on. Gotta do something about this component thing, so let's. Alright, so. I have to spaghetti that iron no matter what, so. This guy leave some conveyor room. Could be spaghetti time for real on this one. Let's go ahead and build. Storage so I can visualize this better. Be able to get it there. But I can't get it here. Yeah, that'll work. And before I even do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and titanium bayonet. Fortunately, I only have that craptastic one there to deal with right now. Maybe I should make clearing all this out like a priority. Yeah. Make this a priority, so tap that. I just want to clear all this out right now. Should be able to make pretty short work of that. Actually, that should be enough space for me to have a structure going on there. I have to get 6 titanium plates, which means I need a rolling titanium rolling facility. So since I know this is going to be titanium, let's set up the rolling mill. Say, wait a minute, what was it? Stupid. Oh, well, that's even crappier than what's this one up here. They're all not that great, but that's fine. Yeah, and I'm not going to build off this. This might just be a like a regolith producer or something. I don't know. Just look at building a rolling. It's just gonna need plates, right? So I'm just gonna have to noodle that over a little. But I don't want to get in the way if I do tap that pan, so. Start planning this out, so I want to build myself extractor. I need power over here. I'm gonna wait to run the power though until those guys get kind of cleared out. What's this? Where is it? Gonna put that close because it doesn't need to. Yeah, it's fine. Smithy. Sport a little. Iron's right there, so kind of titanium node coming up. So if you hover over it while you're in conveyor belt mode, see, so it looks like that's, I think, aluminium oxide, and I think that's titanium oxide, the brighter one. Just make sure. No, I'm wrong, it's the other way. So titanium oxide is darker in color, and this almost looks like ice, the aluminium, so it actually works out better, pretty good on this. Put my feeding off this just so I can see it. I'm gonna just put that out for now. Let's get our the conveyor. Sure. So, oh wow. Priority drill. Oh, fantastic. Got a don't want to do that. I don't have an expedition center set up yet, so it's good. So I was running power lines.
Director, enough with these distractions. Finding surviving employees of another corporation is not our primary mission, and I won't have you wasting time and resources on it. Your sole focus should be on organizing the expedition to the impact site as per the plan. Leave emotions aside and remember that our decisions are driven by efficiency, not sentimentality.
Okay, this guy's a super tool. I don't know what that's all about. Look at this world map. So that's super whack mode right there. Alright, so this thing we want it to be obviously producing titanium rounds. Set up our conveyor system. So let's just envision that this will eventually be used, although it probably won't sometime. Kind of wrap this around. I will have a slag output coming out of there, so it's going to about right here. Cut it over a little bit, and that'll leave me a little bit of room to work here. So all the way down. Make it in. Oh, okay, so you gotta come all the way up. Yeah, so that works. Here, near rounds. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it makes a cut and you don't want it to. I'm going to be kind of cutting that output out this. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm just being a moron here. Can I get past that output? Ooh, on. Seriously? There you go. That works.
Objective achieved.
Yeah, see here's something happened here. Collapse due to a powerful explosion. Kate and others in May get 6 of us are alive, including MT4 Chief. So I'm thinking Crust, since they're vilifying them so bad, right? I'm thinking the Crust Corporation, the CEO, they made some sort of like, greedy exploitation maneuver and did something they weren't supposed to that resulted in a catastrophic event that happened on some sort of event that happened on the moon that resulted in the loss of a lot of lives and people ditching. And then meanwhile, Earth is going through a thing, which was probably the catalyst for going to the moon. But these are all assumptives. So I'm assuming that their climate change, these things finally got people moving and going, hey, because that's what the Artemis, you guys are curious, they're on Artemis 3 right now. NASA is building a moon base. It's not like hey, we want to go there, we're going there. They've already launched two, like the largest rockets. If they're not the largest, the only one that's bigger is SpaceX's spaceship. That Elon Musk keeps testing. That steel giant, whatever you want to call it, looks like from the 70s sort of idea of a spaceship, but so I'm assuming, yeah, that was the catalyst that pushed everybody to go, oh man, we need to really get to the moon and get those resources because they're already screwed. You kind of pick up on that. You'll start getting, when the contracts are coming in, they're like disaster relief, like non-stop, which, I'm gonna be honest, I think that's what we're on the path to right now. Anyways, so it seems like with that comes corporate exploitation, right? Up here it would be really visible, right? You couldn't hide a lot of this behind legislation and stuff. I mean, somebody taps into a pocket of helium-3 or anything helium and deals with it like in a not, they try to cut corners on helium-3 or something production, you can just have massive explosions or who knows. No biological or activity, so the complex is dead. Vector, that's our rubber. If there's any opens though, we should keep looking. Okay, I'm cool though. I mean, I'm boots on the ground here, right? Okay, anyways, let's get the power line to this. Okay, so what do we need for this? Gears. 2, 6, 6 blades, 6 gears, 6 blades, 6 blades, and it's always gotta be at 6s, man. 6 to 10. rods and then 6 grids. It does need 6 more plates. Oh well. What do we want to work on besides here? Bit of this, if you're running that. Have this. Which is as far as I got it. Yep, I didn't go any further on the social chain. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay, no, I didn't. Yeah, I remember getting the carbon fiber factory, and then that was it. Just focus on the things here that I have, which is not much more. I did have this, so we're gonna need to get that brick. Requisite to getting the component upgrades. And I did have this, so work on that. Oh, I didn't, yeah. Didn't even do the conveyors for those. So the titanium rods. Cool. There. Put this over sharp. Part, now the iron parts. Speed line. Oh, straight top. Barrett. Be a little bit. Bug. Yeah, I know what I gotta do here. That sucks. Alright, so it's not gonna work either. Hey Matt. Oh, I think I see a plan coming together. Scrap that idea. This. So, but I'll be cutting off. That's fine, I guess. I hope I don't need any silicon to go there. That's bacon, I think. So the output of this is going to be gears, so we're going to feed that over. think that looks about right, but let's just. So I close to the chest. Yeah, I was a little bit off. That's fine. Okay, I guess I just get the magical. That output is feeding in, feeding out. Do not have my slag output feeding, so let's deal with that now. It's one closest other conveyor to gonna keep it. Oh, hold up, man. That's not. Slag, there's a slag. Slag line I can feed in. Actually, I'm gonna hug this line. Let's merge into that. Got the slag runoff all figured out. About this slag runoff. Ink. So I'll put the priority. Putting it all to that way though. I mean, priority doesn't mean cut this line off. What else? This is not populating right.
Research complete.
Something's gonna tracks. Oh. So we gotta put it there. So
Objective achieved.
something important here. Traders. Obviously something really jacked happened here. Everyone number 3. Search station was found. So yeah, obviously, okay. Helium, right? What's gonna explode on the moon? It's gonna be helium since they do mine it in this game. So there's that. I'm gonna build on my assumption. So my assumption is that it was a massive helium deposit or something exploded. Research station was badly damaged by the explosion. Radar towers were destroyed. Solar panels were also hit, but some of them are still working. Rover's equipment also detected activity underground. Perhaps someone was there. However, the door to the underground was sealed. The activation panel is malfunctioning. So this only could have only did this from the outside. Traders, and there are track marks. Someone had definitely been here recently. Now they're just mangled equipment, a huge tracks that lead away from the station. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that Evermoon number 3 had a catastrophic event, and they did something they should not have. The head-ups, and so the scientists got burrowed and stuck in here. Or maybe went in here for their safety from the explosion, who knows what, went into this fortified bunker. And people came here pissed off, probably people like from other corporations and stuff, and spray painted the traders there, because they obviously didn't put that there themselves, right? And that would make sense why the opening mechanisms all screwed up. They sabotaged it. And then they dipped when they realized they probably couldn't get their way through that kind of a door. LPL system was run a scanner research station. Okay. LiDAR penetrating scan or something. Okay, so we got something off this direction. Oh, I didn't. So the iron line is up and running, right? I don't have anything attached to the titanium rods. This is my. Wait a minute. Oh, I am. Okay. Rods are being fed into the rolling station. Okay. So I need the smithy to be upgraded. So we'll start with character, so I need a higher output. And rolling mill is going to be feeding the way it should, but I need to make a split off this line feeding into. What is this running right now? What the heck? Okay. Everything of what I didn't do. Whoops. The game even got in there. It's like, oh dude, you should have put a conveyor lift right there. I'll feed on one, so I'm gonna feed in that way. Yeah, snake that in. That doesn't interfere with the bug coming out in the hole.
Research complete.
Okay, so I need a gear. I do have gears, so it's probably top side. Yep. So they're picking up stuff left on the ground. Feeding the regolith. And the, oh, because I'm an idiot. Okay. Made this connect. Stop doing that. There we go. Now it's all together. Argon. It's not gonna be enough. Two and three. Six solar panels. How many routes? Because I'm not making all this. So let's get things knocked out. So I need steam wells. Oh, nailed that almost right on the button. These guys need plates. I can produce all those.
Objective achieved.
Searching everyone, you discovered damage transfer. Logbook survive. Okay, so let's give an insight into Evermoon. This, I'm assuming that's the catalyst base for the events that happen here. What caused that explosion? An asteroid, nuclear strike? What could hit so hard? No, it was a helium explosion. Or they were delivering something they shouldn't have. Doesn't matter now. Tanya's condition or significations for supplies action running low. Transport runs on the solar panels would seem it'll be night. Survive it. Towards the sun to try to buy us time. Plumbing the bastards at Station 3. They survived. Ooh, okay, so maybe they were betrayed by their own company. We should tell Holloway? Like, am I the only one? Okay. No, we should tell Holloway, but I guess that's the narrative. We survived. I heard knocking, but they didn't even open the door. Something we don't. Maybe in their place, we would have done the same. Either way, we need to hurry without the sun. We're as good as done. Wow. So... tragedy. Yeah, that's the first thing somebody's guilty is gonna say. Nah, tragedy. By the time the sun is set, they had no chance to survive. Thank you for bringing the matter to a close. We will not.
Director, there's more. We found a personal audio log that appears to be Robert's.
I don't know why I'm recording another one. Apparently I miss you and the kids. In 2 weeks I'll be home. This time we'll go to the mountains. I've had enough sand and beaches, and as luck would have it, the work does not get any less. Holloway insisted on mining right on MT4 and hired a company to do it. They seem to be nice young people with interesting
That's right there. So Holloway
Their
told them
Alice
to
reminds me of you when you were
something
young.
on
She's pretty
MT4.
and talks too much. And how long ago did I give you flowers? Anyway, I have to run. There's something going on here.
I'll make sure this is passed on to his family.
Okay, so Holloway is responsible for the explosion. Whatever MT4 was, probably a designation for a survey site or whatever new something. He was like, yeah, let's do it, we'll make money. And yeah, a lot of people died. Chain reaction. Yeah, we're gonna check the station off for sure. Pictures are horrific tragedy, and I can't help but wonder. And the rover clearly detected activity inside. I still can't believe a reasonable person could do such a thing. Yeah, so we know the villain, Holloway. Holloway is a bad guy, so the CEO of your company. Or the owner, whatever he is. We can break sealed door with every part, sending drones and materials. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. That's pretty screwed up. Almost kind of prophetic too, because I think I could see this definitely happening. Something along these lines. Have those. Oh, I actually revamped that, so I did have those. So I remember these three. Or no, yeah, I did have these three. I had that. I did have this upgrade, so I might as well research this. And by this time, I did buy a transfer truck. I do remember that, so. Working on building another one. Doesn't need to be right at the base. Why did we build right next to it? Well, if in the future they let you actually choose where you're gonna place your thing. Let's build this way the hell off over here. Just gonna let this play out because actually we'll be able to produce all that. So, get built. Everything built on. Let's take time. Peter sure in hell. Get back to the top of the mountain. That would make sense. Hall doesn't need to be near the bit. Makes sense to me that it would be. Oh, we don't want to send guys too far for repairs, so.
Research complete.
Really need this ramped up, man. It has no bricks, right? Office construction, say chill. Either build it or not. Oh, great. So I guess I'll just buy like 100 rocks or something. 2. Whatever. Smart concrete. Yeah, I started to build too many things at one time. This caused a major issue. For this now empty, and I can feel I'm gonna need some more iron, so let's just get that done. Steel, so might as well get these gears knocked out. Assistant to gears, so I need. So that's 4. Of the
Research complete.
Carry through that iron, yeah. Good. We have 448, so I don't know what's going on here. So I can make the position. So take the miners off mine. Order a couple more miners. Charging station for these guys.
You can't build here.
Can't build it. Weird priority list here. I know you can change priority, but it doesn't seem to matter too much when it comes to construction. I mean, power first should be the priority. So we got parts on hand, we got circuit boards, we got our plates, definitely a rod issue. Line is definitely not upgraded. Wish you could keep like a minimum storage here. That'd be kind of redundant. This thing's, it just needed to fill this internal buffer. Then the conveyor will back up and I'll directly out. Titanium anyways. Let's see. This up and going, but that would be a lot more. Oof. Electronics. Well, I guess we don't need to build that. Oh, yeah. Add more building projects first.
Research complete.
It's only requires small timer. Also, so now so I don't know.
Research complete.
Let's go off this feed line. Come. So I do. Seems kind of redundant. Straight line here. Okay. Electronic storage. Just put it. It's the silicon bear here. The conveyors are messed up. Okay. This is weird. Sometimes it occupies itself. Should be fixed. Yep.
Objective achieved.
Bet you this is the culprit right here, the ceiling 3. Search screen. Oh. Noticing that this is up and gone, so with this up and going, that means the rare earth mounted to start pushing out my electronics.
Research complete.
Cutting off now and do some schoolwork, but I'll be back on later.